Oh, what the fuck is
Here, let me
this?
send it to you.
Fire, I swear to God, if you get hung up on one single fucking thing they did, no matter how bad
Yeah.
it is, and that's all you talk about for like a 3-hour interview, I'm gonna kill you.
Ugh.
Hello.
Hello.
Babe, you're very muffled right now. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That specific statement that incriminates me, apparently, is the specific thing that was fabricated because it doesn't make any sense. It's not how I speak. It doesn't make any sense in the context of the later conversation that I have recognizing her age as being 22. It's I didn't manipulate the screenshot because I don't deal with that sort of things. This screenshot had already been disproven months ago. It's not real. I don't know what to say anymore. Months ago, people already looked at the screenshot. It's I don't. It's not my area of expertise. Fucking stop. I don't understand how the pixel measurements don't already prove that. I don't know. The ERP with Rose was a mistake, yes, but I didn't know. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything maliciously. I didn't recognize that her age was 16 and then continue to interact with her in that way. I didn't do that. Celestial wants to talk to me. If I end up fucking dead by tomorrow, you know fucking why. You care about fucking nothing but drama. all I fucking know. That I didn't do anything wrong. And I made a mistake. I didn't know she was 16. Nothing could have pointed to that. She didn't tell me. She didn't show any information prior to that point. She was being deceitful.
Did she like directly lie about her age? That happened?
Yes!
Do you have
Multiple
like
times to
where-
multiple people. My entire community believed that she was 22. I did not!
Mm.
What do you mean?
Can you bring up like do you have evidence that like this person like was believed to be like whatever other age you said? Do you
Well,
have like, a
just give me
screenshot of
evidence
that?
at all that this is like fake or anything.
Yeah, like
That's what I'm-
literally. Yeah. Your mic's lagging out.
Yeah, babe, your mic's fucking up. Try disconnecting and rejoining.
He posted in my thread that people, not only did she lie to multiple people about being 22, including my community, the people in my community were reciprocating that same thing.
We're
was an
not
piece of
talking about
information that
your
she gave.
community. We're talking about you specifically.
Yeah.
I said she was 22.
I'm just saying, like the way I see it, there's screenshots one way, and then there's testimony the other way. And while the screenshots could be fake, any screenshot could be fake. They don't look fake in any way, shape, or form. So whoever made that screenshot would have to be some sort like they'd actually have to know how to fake screenshots because
It's fucking Rose. She does that for a fucking hobby. She has been doing that for a hobby for years. You know who you're fucking dealing with here.
You'd still have to prove this one specifically is fake.
yeah.
If I had to get a fucking degree in cybersecurity to
I mean,
fucking do it.
they're literally doing like pixel measurements on this shit.
I don't know what.
And I would say like if you can show that like anything that shows that this is not fake because it is very difficult to truly fake a screenshot because if you mess up a single pixel, it can 100% beyond a reasonable doubt be proven that it is factually false. If there's like any issue with the screenshot whatsoever, like anything, you can prove it's fake, but I haven't seen any evidence of that. Fire Mike's.
Yeah, your mic's fucking up again.
It's still fucking up, Fire. Yeah. I would just say, like, genuinely, like, if you acknowledge it, like, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just gonna assume, like, let's just hypothetically say you're completely correct. shouldn't you be able to like maybe provide the real screenshots, right? If these are faked.
I did provide the real screenshots. In fact, the entire export of the entire DM got leaked, and it's not there.
I would say one thing is, again, if you're claiming it's fake, I use Vencord, right? Those screenshots are, again, you'd have to perfectly fake Vencord as well. Because the way that they track deleted messages is that's the exact same way. That is like completely perfectly done. I mean, I personally can't like if this is fake, I would be extremely curious as to how they faked this. Because everything is perfect.
And I'm telling you that I never typed that.
I'm even looking and the
I'm
exact
fucking insane here. I didn't fucking type that. Because I'm not a pedophile. And I didn't do that. The entire fucking community is turned against me now.
yeah, like can you give me like I want to believe you, right? Anything to believe you.
My statement that I'm innocent is that the entire time we were in contact, my belief was that Rose was 22, and that comes from the fucking statement that she literally is from my own mouth, where I said I'm 8. And she didn't. She never. That screenshot didn't surface until February. I would have no reason to lie. That screenshot wasn't posted by Rose until February. That screenshot.
And would you show like anyone saying that they're the age you're claiming that everyone thought they were? Can you show like maybe someone said it in passing or like there's before the date? Yeah, before the date. Anything. Like anything. Because that's the main thing is that it predates when that screenshot was taken. That is the most important bit.
I would need to go looking through my Discord.
Let's say if you're on PC, you can control F and find maybe verbiage that you remember being used or something. Because if people were if that was the commonly held belief, if it was stated anywhere, that would be that would very much look good for you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to find like the truth and see if they're because again, the evidence wise, is the screenshots hypothetically could be totally fake. We've seen nothing that proves that they're fake, and we've seen nothing to go along predating this happening to support the story that everyone again believed they were. Yeah, everyone thought they were 22. And I mean anything. I mean maybe I don't know if there'd be some maybe recording or something, maybe streamed or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying anything, and that basically clear your name. But it's something that like I don't know. If you can find that would very much clear your name. No.
On the 16th from Rose. Is there any way I can escape my adult responsibilities for like just a day?
That is a fair point. I mean, well, because it's one thing like for them to be misleadful about it. Like again, let's say they were misleading, but did they ever directly state that their age was above 18? Ever? Like, was that ever directly stated?
Other people?
Because like that's what I like. Because if you can show that, you're innocent. You can prove that you're innocent. One screenshot. Of course, it has to be a verifiable screenshot.
Wait, okay, so the DMs of 16.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the deal with that?
Yeah, point out that is on iOS. So
And it's on mobile.
yeah, or not iOS. Yeah, it is iOS actually.
I'll do you one better. She posted her own nudes in my server.
That is not something you want to admit to. That is
On her own accord.
You also can you verify they're her own nudes?
Yeah, and I would also advise you, like, don't have.
I don't fucking know. She's the one who already did it. She asked me to make a fucking 18 plus channel for some fucking reason.
You have records of that. I'd clarify. Do you have a record of her asking that? Because that, again, that would be something you'd use in your defense.
Honestly, Jerry, I would not include that.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but it did exist. That's the problem.
At one point, I would just
PewDiePie doesn't say the N-word every day, but he said it a while back. It's still fucked up.
But those are things that she put there.
But you made the channel.
I didn't make the channel for her.
But you made the channel. It doesn't matter why you made it.
Well, how did you age gate the channel? Was it just a channel that was NSFW Discord age gated, or was it properly like any sort of anything additional?
There were no minors in that channel. No.
Well,
how do you verify? That's what we're asking.
Yeah.
Because it was a secret channel that only people that I knew were over the age of 18 were allowed in. Because there are people that I knew.
So, can I just say, can you clarify? You said they posted their news. Firstly, where, like, what channel? Like, was it a public? Yeah, was it even an NSFW channel though? If it was,
yes, it was. It was She asked me to mark it as NSFW, and I did. It wasn't visible to anyone.
But it's still weird.
Okay, I would also say, so again, like, so this is a channel you specifically gave them access to because you were under the impression you're 18. So just like, how is it that you knew that they were 18 to give them that access?
Well, then I'm gonna have to pull up the screenshot where she said she was 22.
That's perfect. Like, if that exists.
But still, what about the screenshot in DMs where you called them 16?
Yeah, that is fair, but, like, do you have any
it doesn't give a shit. That is still like
anything that...
So, one thing I'd also like to point out is, if you do have any records of these nudes, that is a federal offense. Yeah, that just so you are aware, like, that is not something that you're going to be using to make yourself in any way innocent. Like, the way you worded it really did make it sound like you're about to pull that out as evidence.
No, the entire thing was deleted. Nothing was saved.
Okay, well...
No.
So it was just this child?
Yes.
So how many people had access to this channel? Because if it's an 18 plus chat and only one single person who happens to have been shown to be 16 is the only one posting, that is very objectionable. If a lot, like, let's say like 5 people had access and the only person posting porn is this child, that is very objectionable. if that is what you're saying.
Because everyone in that chat also believed that she was 22 at the time.
But they weren't posting porn? So it was only the child.
Because it wasn't created as a porn channel.
You said it was made. Yeah, you said it was, though.
It wasn't made as that. Rose asked for it to be that way. And then she posted it on a fucking whim.
You said that it was a channel created, like an NSFW channel was created. So, like, did the channel exist or was it created?
The channel existed before, and then Rose asked for it to be changed for some reason. It wasn't created specifically for her. It was just a regular secret chat before she came in.
So let me get the timeline straight. So she asked you to create an NSFW channel. You created this channel, and then they asked
this channel. The channel was created before she was here.
Yeah.
No.
So the only the reason this isn't adding up is it's the furry fandom. No disrespect. An NSFW channel exists, right? Like how many people, as I asked, I didn't get a direct answer. How many people had access to this channel?
The time, because the audit log, because Discord only stores audit logs for the past 90 days.
Yeah.
At the time, I'd say it was less than 5. It wasn't that many people at all.
So there was less than 5, okay. And these were all like manually selected people because
these were all it was created as a mod chat.
Yeah. So how long
It was never an NSFW chat until Rose came in. Asked to change the connections on that chat.
Alright. How long had you known Rose at this point?
She was on my mod team at the time.
But how long did you know her?
Probably about a month.
I'm just thinking, I know someone on Discord for a month. Within, because me personally, I don't associate with anyone under 18. Anyone. Within the first, days of me knowing them, I know what their age is. I'm just thinking, how many people do you know that you don't know the age of? Or you can't, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Especially if you knew them for this amount of time, there's nothing of her, lying about her age within that month.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Because I'd love to see that. Because that would really look really good for you. Yeah. I mean, was there any suggestive posting in this mod chat? Was there shit like that? Not porn, but anything. Was that what was going down? or what was the pretext? Was it like just no one, literally no one, a child posting their nudes? Was that what happened? Like I'm trying to understand like the social atmosphere to allow that to have happened.
Nobody fucking asked her to do that shit.
But like, what were they saying? Like, was it like of a suggestive type of deal, or like I'm not saying they asked this person to post their nudes. I'm just saying like if it was just a mod chat, was that all that was going on? Like, were you just filing reports on people and someone just posted their nudes? I'm just looking for some clarification there.
The chat itself was not created as anything other than a mod chat. She did not state to me her intentions before I made the change to the permissions. I didn't know what she wanted to do with that, and then she just started posting her own body
In a mod chat. So just clarify. Like, it's just a mod chat. So like people are just like if I looked at Wolfgang's mod chat, it's like, okay, hey, this user is doing X, Y, and Z. Hey, beware of this person. I suspect them of X, Y, and Z. Here's like some evidence of why this person should have been banned. Is that what's going on, or is it like a social mod chat, or like? Because I'm trying to like understand what the culture, like what was going on in the chat. Maybe you could even pull up the chat logs for us right now. Maybe screen share that so we can just see what was going on around that time, if that chat still exists.
That chat doesn't exist.
Oh.
Yes, because she asked me to.
Delete
it.
Do you have a record of them asking for that? Like why? So what? Did something else happen to why they would want the mod chat deleted? Like what made them want to?
She got kicked out of my community.
Why? Why did she get kicked out of your community?
The entire story about Rosie Cozy starts with her claiming that Shreds was sending her fans to send Rose gore, which is a claim that she never actually backed up, but then she proceeded to post that gore in the announcements of my server. There were many other things that she was being unstable about.
Because like I'm just trying to like go by this. Like, here's the thing. Maybe like, so you have mod logs, right? Do you have like a bot in your server, maybe like Dinobot or something that's posting logs? Because if you delete a message, at least in almost every server I've been in, that's is everything you delete.
I didn't have a bot back then. I didn't have logs. And the audit log, I don't know why it only goes back 90 days.
So did you screenshot the post? Is there any screenshots of this post?
Yes, there was.
Okay, I'd love to see that, because that's something that would be very, prevalent. Because here's the problem. I can totally believe you, right? But it's like, I'm just thinking of it from the like allegations and the kind of like that sphere is. A lot of people will tell a story, and I mean I've interviewed plenty of people, and I come back to it at a later date and I look more into it, and it turns out that they weren't being completely honest, or maybe because of the facts that I had access to, they wove a story that later I found out was untrue. And I'm just trying to make sure that everything you say can be backed up, because if you can back up what you say and you can lay out that story, people are just going to believe you. Yeah, the thing is like a story is great, but like when one person's providing, let's just assume faked screenshots, and the only thing against them is these screenshots are faked. That's the difficulty. Is like, I want to believe you, but is like there are potentially faked screenshots, and then on one side, and then there's the claims that they are false on the other, without backing. And I'm sure if there is stuff that I'm sure you might have backing for, that's something you really want to bring forward.
Okay. I'm I'm looking fucking furiously through these fucking logs trying to find something because I've kind of lost fucking track of what I'm trying to prove. So what do you want me to prove first?
Can you show the screenshots of them posting gore in your announcements channel? Well, because I'd say it's relevant because, like, again, they okay, but like, are they a liar? That is a good. That's another point. Is like, let's say they did these things. Is I don't know. I don't know.
Question is, those posts were also mistakes. I shouldn't have made them.
Yeah, because it's like, assuming like if I was completely innocent, me personally, I understand everyone has different reactions, but it's really questionable when anyone, regardless of your innocence, hides from the allegations. And like quite deliberately and intentionally does so, not passively, is like actively avoiding the allegations. Like, is there a reason, might I ask, why you made those decisions to do that?
Because I get attacked every day. And some attacks I don't take seriously because some attacks I just consider to be the normal fucking.
Yeah, and I'd say this is like, for how Twitter drama works, is like something is said, stated, right? And let's say someone just wants to harass you, they might make a statement. But like, it's different when someone's on their own account making posts, publicizing stuff that makes you look bad. Because it's very, like, at least in my experience, it's been very rare that is next level harassment. Because generally, when people harass you, they'll just go say whatever, post whatever, but they'll generally be attacking you directly in your own comment section, making you aware of it instead of posting information against you on their own platforms. And if it is fake, I mean, look for anything that contradicts it or anything that shows that they lied about their age or anything like that.
The fuck? That was an RP?
And I would say, I mean, in this community, like, just if that's what you're down with, that's perfectly fine. But just like the fact that that was happening around an SFW community, I mean, the potential for a minor to get in there is very, very real because they're openly allowed. So when you're, yeah, exactly. So it's like if you're doing that sort of stuff around a community that openly allows children, I mean that is, it leads to stuff like this directly. Because let's say it was a complete accident, it's not that they're not going out of their way to go into a space that is not allowing children. So if you're in a space like that doing these things, because you're in an SFW space, it is completely your responsibility to assure that they are 18. Given the fact that this community, even if they suggest that they're 18 or over 18, even if that, like, if they don't directly state that they're over 18, and I'd even go as far, like, if it's a community-based thing to, like, provide, like, an ID, I'd very much question, having a community like that you are engaging in with this type of context.
So I found this on Twitter of Rose lying to other people about it. I'm still looking for where she lied to me, because this was all months ago and I'm looking for it.
Well, it does show if this. I'd also question this account. This account has only started posting an hour ago. What is this?
There's an entire archive, though.
But who is this individual? Because this is a very valid screenshot. But like this is like the randomest account. Like when was this even created?
Yeah, you have to prove that you knew they weren't 16 before you had that ERP.
I'm just saying this account legitimately has only been posting for the last hour.
Proving what their actual age was doesn't really do shit right now. You have to prove you knew they weren't 16 before that.
I would say though, if they let's say they are doing like something, like if they are 20 hypothetically, and they didn't like, because again with pred hunters, like they generally state specifically and make a note of stating, because that's like it's just what you do. You clarify that you're 16 or whatever. So I don't know. I don't think they are. From what I'm reading, I just assume that they actually are 16, and they lied about being 20. Yeah, my ass. No. God, no. if they're LARPing as it stated, if this is like a catch a predator thing, they directly make a note of saying, "Hey, I'm 16. Is this okay?" Because if they did state they were 16, that's a thing that would want to see that, because then again maybe they said it in some context where you wouldn't have been aware of it, but it's like you got to be completely forthcoming with the facts. But if it was some sort of Chris Hansen type of thing, I'd assume they'd directly say it. What is this account? I'm looking into this account. This account was created a month ago, only became active an hour ago, and it's posting about this specific situation. What? Like, this is very what is this? Like, do you have any idea what this account is?
No. I
This
don't.
is like this very much just does not look like an actual account. I have no idea what this is. Just say it. This is wait. It's see. This is totally an alt. This is. I'm just looking through the likes. This. The only thing that has been active here at all is the likes. And I just scrolled, and it's like all throughout April, it was liking like majority of like Shreds' posts. Like this account doesn't look like I'm just trying to imagine a scenario that this is a real account of just some random person.
Would it be better to just admit to something that I know isn't true than to keep fighting it?
If it's not true, exactly, or just at least show
I'm not a
why
fucking
that fake.
expert in cybersecurity. I can't prove that it's fake because I'm not of the expertise to do that. All I know is that I swear right hand to God that I never typed that out.
Then show. So why would they say that? Why would they make this up about you?
Because Rose wants me fucking dead or worse, and will do stop at nothing to fucking make sure that that's her goal.
I don't.
She has been harassing me for months.
Do you have again? If they've been harassing you for months, it would be like again. I'm trying to help you. Like I'm just going with everything you say. I'm just assuming you're correct, right? You need to publicize your not just make the claims. You need to show that they are true. I do. Hey y'all. Yeah, at the end of the day, regardless, like, assume it, let's just assume they completely slandered you, right? At the end of the day, I would also point out that, I mean, it looks like, I'm just saying, these medical records, I don't doubt that. Like, I find it very hard to believe someone would go out of their way to, like, fake medical records. Like, I'm just gonna, like, let's just say they're 16, right? That's not a good look. The fact that you don't have any, like they never clarified directly, they never directly lied to you about being 20, that, like, there's no evidence of that. I mean, this just really doesn't look good. I don't know what to say. Rose.
I know it doesn't look good. I've been spending time trying to convince people of my innocence and just
No.
I mean, regardless, yes, it was my mistake to engage with that without having gotten concrete, definite, age-gated things.
Well, it's not even concrete.
precautions.
Just even have them stating, like, a record, or I'm not saying keep records of everyone, but I'm just saying is, like, I just like I've just not once before this happened seen them state publicly or otherwise that they were the age you're claiming they stated they were. And I mean, even if they did, which again, like that's what you need to be showing, and I just don't see it.
Early January. Can I see? Is it possible to see the past DMs of account that has been suspended
Yes. On Discord?
on Twitter?
On Twitter. I don't know. Look for it now. I mean, or again, maybe get like one thing you could do, just get testimony from like every last soul. You know, everyone. Just get them, like, because again, if everyone believed they were like 22, right? If everyone believed it, surely you can pull up like 5 people. That wouldn't have been public at the time, I don't think, unless it would have been. It's like it's just like there's no evidence to show. Like there's absolutely no like factually based evidence that I can see that says that they in any way led anyone to believe that they were over age, except for that comment, which is very interpretive.
I have plenty of screenshots of other people saying that she was 22. I don't know. These all say after.
Yeah. Especially on account, but if it like again like it doesn't, it just the actions, like I'm ignoring like all the testimony, all that, the actions don't look good for you, even like ignore it. Let's say they completely thought everyone, like all the story you're saying is true. You still blocked people that brought this up, and it's really questionable that you would if you're innocent in this. Previously.
I'm going back to when I was first introduced to her. But what is fake?
Also, can you clarify, was it like the message that was faked, right? Was it exclusively the comment you said where I don't see how the thing about them you saying they were 16? Is that the only bit that was faked?
Yes.
Was because like what was so that was the only line that was faked. Everything else is true.
That's just from my own memory. Yeah.
Or that she lied about being 22. Like 22 is like I'm not seeing that anywhere except for after the date.
The information about her being 22. Well, you saw the thread that I posted, right, of her saying that she was 22. But that was her lying about her age. You said it doesn't matter if she's lying about her age. Because that's the entire crux. That's the crux of my fucking point here. She's lying about her age.
But they generally do that in the reverse way, though. To be fair, they usually directly state that they're 16. So are they claiming?
It's fucking bait. It's fucking bait.
So like, are they lying that they're 16, or are they lying that they're 22? Because if they're lying about being 22, that's one thing. If they're lying about being 16, that's another thing.
They were lying about being 22 from the way I understand it. Because she lied. That's what I believed the entire time we were in contact. I'm looking for it. It has to be fucking there because I believe the lie. Mhm. That's well. There's plenty of evidence of Rose making comments that wouldn't make sense for a 16-year-old.
Maybe false disconnect.
So, what are you saying? It was keys. Looking through them, looking through the entire history of Rose being there, of Rose being here in my server. No, I'm looking through every single interactions that I had with her.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm looking through everything. Okay. On the 16th, Rose, can you please discuss this like an actual adult instead of flinging tweets? Rose says, you never gave a fuck about me and you just showed your true colors. Never denied that she was an adult. Because if somebody was 16 right there.
I'd just say I've actually personally had a situation where I was in an interview, and a 16-year-old said they didn't view themselves as a child when I said they were a child. So that is something you definitely want to publicize.
But this is a conversation that I saw. But if Rose was 16 and I apparently knew that she was 16 the whole time, then me viewing this conversation wouldn't make any sense. Why? That means that Eggnog must have known that there was a fake age too. Ask fucking Eggnog. Where would Eggnog get the idea that Rose was an adult from? Because she lied about it.
Saying. Like, was it like where's the lie? Like that's what we need to see.
The lie is that she was an adult. Why else would Eggnog say that? Why else would Eggnog say that Rose was an adult? What? Can you please discuss this like an actual adult? That implies that you're an adult.
How old is Eggnog?
Because this is a matter of community, right? What my community believe and therefore what I believe, because I just looked at the Discord.
Perspective, because like, how old is this person that said that? Because like, their age really defines what they would likely define as
Eggnog is an adult.
Like 18, 19.
Eggnog is in his 20s.
Okay,
check his bio.
That's fair. No, I'm not in your server or anything. I have no way to verify that on my end. I was just curious.
I'm looking for more because there has to be fucking more. Every single fucking breakdown that she's ever fucking posted, because she had multiple fucking breakdowns.
I'd say the term actual though. It's like I totally agree with that point, but like act like an actual adult. It does kind of imply that. But then again, I don't know. I just because like again, if they were again LARPing like an adult, right? Like they had to have said it. What, like you're telling me none of these people like DM'd, "Hey, how old are you?" "Oh, I'm 22." Like that. Nobody has that.
No, it's not. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is, did I believe that she was an adult at the time based upon the information that I had? I didn't have those medical. I didn't have those medical records on the 18th. Right there.
That's not really. That's not really evidence of anything. I'm gonna be honest. This is a huge fucking nothing burger I'm looking at.
I don't know. Like I'm just saying, like again, you're innocent. Somebody, maybe not you, but like somebody had to have been like, "Hey, how old are you?" Whatever.
Like, it'd be something if be like, Rose, can you act like an actual 22-year-old like you are? That's not what that says. It's like, can you act like an adult, please?
But then where would Eggnog get the idea that she was an adult from if she wasn't lying?
Well, if she was lying, where did she lie?
Yeah, you're gonna need to prove that. Like, I'm
That's totally fair, but like we have to assume that that they were lying about it. Like that's the thing is like I'd go to like maybe go to like because again let's assume this is totally false. What like are these people backing you? Is like everyone that was around
That's
there
also
backing
just like
you?
that's just a thing, like a common thing people say.
It is.
Just like
Yeah.
act like an actual adult. Like that's just
Why would you say that to a 16-year-old though?
because they're acting like. Yeah, I've had that told to me before.
Yeah.
This isn't like
I'd just say like maybe like again because it just doesn't look good for you at all.
this. I mean, this is. I'm looking at a nothing burger.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything I can say. Oh, that looks nothing looks good for like these things. Like I don't know. It's just yeah.
It was 12.
Another thing that was brought up back in February was the fact that this whole fucking truck business that she have and how she can drive a fucking truck as a 16-year-old.
Is it
You can
what
drive
type
at
of truck are we
16.
talking? Yeah, you can drive at 16. Firstly, but like, are we talking like a commercial truck or a normal truck? Like a normal truck, right?
She says, I have a 2025 GMC Sierra 350 Denali Ultimate.
2025.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
You ever seen the car?
There is a picture.
2025. They got the Nuketown
2025.
special.
I'm thinking this might just be a meme.
Yeah, I don't know if they're. I don't
Drive
know
a
if that.
69 flying car. Hey Jerry, unrelated, but I'm gonna send you something real quick. Don't say anything about it.
Well, I'm also starting to compile every single time that fucking she makes comments that wouldn't make sense for a 16-year-old because they're not safe for work comments.
Well, yeah, they do that all the time. I was gooning when I was 16.
All right, let's. That's not. That's not.
Okay, what the? Yeah, it's not out of the realm of question. I mean, what were this? What? Remember when you found that alt account of X's, babe? How old were some of those accounts that were suggestive? There was like, yeah.
I'm just saying that. Firstly, that wouldn't be a good. I'm just saying if they can somehow like beyond a doubt prove that you knew they were 16, posting that is like the worst possible look. Like,
Plug it in.
Jesus.
Listen, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just.
You know Mike Tyson owns a tiger?
Then Rose says, "At Eggnog, will you marry me?" And Eggnog says, "Maybe."
Yeah, it's weird. That makes eggnog look worse. That doesn't make you look better.
Rose then says, "Eggnog likes my butt, though, for real."
That still doesn't make any. That just makes things worse.
Yeah, actually, wait. Hold on. Yeah, no. I'm just saying. It's like.
And then she says, "Deadass, I'm built like a niche porn star." Then post a thigh pic.
Yeah, it's weird. That you gotta get that out of your
I'm
server.
sorry. Like, I think we're all on the same page. This person is actually 16, right?
Yeah.
That would be. Yeah, it does. Like I'd go after the angle of actually proving they lied about their age instead of that they provided child porn to your server.
Didn't Rose post like full-on documents saying they were born in 2007?
Yeah, like that's the thing is like, or at least show that they lied about it, or at least show that that was what they were portraying. Not that like. I'm just saying, like, let's say, like, so nobody asked their age. Also, I just like to point that nobody, like, there was no one would like, wait, how old are you?
This is my fucking, like, this is not how a 16-year-old acts.
It is though. It's this.
Yeah.
No, then she says, and everyone, this is her fucking quote right now, and everyone wonders why half the server is trying to fuck me at all times. Who the fuck says that?
Yeah. Which.
Listen, I'm just saying. Nobody was like, wait, how old are you? Like, no one in your server asked that question. Like this was going down in a non-age gated server, assumedly in the public chats, and no one was like, guys, this isn't an 18 plus server. There are children here. This is not the look. This is just.
It was getting worse.
Like, I completely understand your point that, like, why would a 16... That's
don't.
what they
Because
do.
this is the fucking...
I don't understand.
This is the angle here of her not acting like a 16-year-old because she was fucking LARPing.
How does a 16-year-old act? Can you answer me that question then? What is the appropriate way?
Not in this fucking way.
I'm sorry.
Why not? Why would a 16?
Why would she constantly be making adult jokes if she was 16 the entire
Because that's what they fucking do. We literally
It's the
fucking
furry
followed
fandom.
accounts that were like 15 that were suggestive.
Dude, like, go on Twitter.
If this was like the 1960s, I'd agree with you, but this is not.
Yeah, like if this.
My server believed that she was overage because of how she was acting.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
This is how she was acting. This is how she was conducting herself.
It's not proof though.
How is it not proof that I didn't know that she was 16 at the time? I didn't know that.
Because we're re-bringing back up the DMs. It says it there. All right, you need expressly to state in any of the DMs before that like clearly that you know they're not underage. You can't just go like, oh well, look at this. This proves back then, but it's like that. No, that doesn't prove that.
I'm just saying, like, if you've been around this community at all, that is what it does. Like, it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's
even then,
terrible.
when you showed the eggnog thing, where it's like act like an actual adult, that's eggnog saying it. That's not you saying it. When did you say it? You've yet to show me that, and I we're not talking about eggnog. We're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this. I don't even know where. Yeah.
I'm just. This argument of this is not how kids act is just wrong. I'd just like to say, I don't know how you are in this furry. No disrespect, but I don't know how you're in the furry community. You don't understand that this is why people age gate stuff, because this is how children act, and because if that is allowed to happen, this is what happens. There's a great friend of mine, a great friend of mine. I'm not going to mention his name, Purple Cat, that is going through shit for the exact same reason. It's going for a great friend of mine, great friends,
like there, right there.
I'm just saying, it's like this is literally what children do. This is why we age gate shit, because like it's disgusting, frankly, but it's what happens, and it shouldn't happen. It's not a good thing in any way.
But this was in the fucking general chat. This was not an environment where somebody should be someone talking like that.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, okay, wait. You've just absolutely agreed with us. Someone shouldn't be talking like that in general.
I'd just like to say,
the fuck were they?
Why the fuck were they? That's her fucking way that she.
It's your server.
Okay, I have a question.
It is your server. You are in charge to make sure people don't do that. People join my server and they post gore. It's my responsibility to get that out of here.
Tell Rose fucking something. She would like. You couldn't cross her when you didn't know what it was like.
Your server. No,
I'd like to just. Can I just say something? Right?
No, as soon as the first time that I crossed her in anything, I get fucking doxxed.
Let me just say, right?
Unfortunately,
let's say
it is nowadays, and I'm saying doxing is not cool, but you should get rid of them. Then that's all you can do.
So if they were over 18 making these posts,
fucking targeting me.
But if they were over 18 making these posts, right? What about the safety of the actual children?
Wait, okay,
let's assume they were 22.
Point. So were you just gonna let them do this out of fear for your own safety? You were gonna let them post that shit in the general like chat of a server with children in it, just because like you were scared of them? Is that because that's what I just got from that? And that's not.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're too intimidated by someone, then you shouldn't own a Discord server. Just straight up.
And I'd encourage, like if this is genuine, if your claim is that you're so if you're so afraid of this person's like reaction that they're in, like, let's assume they're 22, they're endangering a 22-year-old making comments like this in a server where I can only assume they're like 9-year-olds, right? Because it's not age gated at all, right?
A 22-year-old acting in this way, that makes you look like just as bad as if they were 16 making these comments. It no matter like this was going on in your server. I'm surprised this didn't get reported sooner. Assuming everyone thought they were 22, and assuming that this is all what has happened in the comments they made, how would that make it better? Like, like. This is just not a good. This is not a good look for you.
How? This is literally all pointing towards the fact that this is not a person who is being upfront about their age in an honest way,
But
and was obviously under the guise of something fucking else.
I'm not getting that at all.
Why?
That does not. And if that's what you're trying to portray, you've done a horrible job at portraying that.
How?
That firstly, that's how kids act in this community. Secondly, if it wasn't a kid, the fact that even if they were a kid, the fact that this was allowed in a public, non-age gated server is disgusting. And it's like, let's say they were like there are children there. Period. It's a non-age gated server. Them being over 18 doesn't make them saying this more appropriate. I mean, on their end, them being And if that's the general chat, I again ask you, what was going on in the mod chat that was supposedly age gated? What like? I'm just because like this is like public chat. They're saying stuff like that, which is very objectionable. And I'm just trying to make this look good for you. It's like, what could they have been saying in the mod chat that's supposed to be 18 plus?
Creamy thighs. What does that mean? Can anyone explain that to me? Is that like they crushed a Twinkie in between it, and then they're like, "Oh yes."
Jesus Christ! Like, but do you understand how like that? You allowing that in a non-age gated server? Like, you're not even doing the just join only if you're 18. It's not an 18 plus server anyway. It's like.
But these weren't things that I perpetrated. These were things that were brought in by other people.
It's your server.
Listen. I'd like to enter in the evidence one point. Let's see. So.
If someone gets into a nightclub with a fake ID, then it's the owner of the club's fault, because that's like the person in charge.
I mean, even that, there's no fake ID. It's like if they walked into like a public area, and then they got.
Yeah, they didn't even bring an ID.
Yeah, they didn't even bring an ID.
It's like, let me in.
Well, no, that's just. Yeah, exactly. Is how many members of staff? You said there were 5 people, so there are 5 staff members that are all complicit in this.
It's those staff members who also believe that she was 22 at the time.
What about?
Yeah, I all that has happened here is I now feel much worse. My opinion has been negatively impacted by this conversation.
Like, I'm sorry, but do you understand how wrong this is? That children, like, that a non-age gated server where there are children, like actual like children. Do you see, like, do you understand? Like, how fucked up that is? Like, I understand your point that you're not doing it, but at the same time, it's like
also the fact that you can still find those messages, meaning they weren't deleted.
If they weren't deleted, they're still being commented, and this is, I'm sure, after the drama. It's not like this is in the past.
And no disrespect, but the fact that this isn't news to you, that you're aware of this, and this has been going on, I can only assume since the server's creation. Like, I'm surprised that this is the drama you're getting caught up in. I mean, if Wolfgang did a tenth of this, he'd be lynched.
I would. By myself.
Ah, God. But like, do you understand that this is a problem? Because it really doesn't sound like you understand that this is the issue. Yeah. Like, you understand.
Server was always a mess, yes.
Totally. Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like the fact that like I'd look into like this isn't like this is this is a much bigger problem than one child being put, like a possible hypothetical that one child was ERP'd with. This is a community where these types of comments are like non-age gated allowed. And like, do you even have any sort of like age rules or anything to like identify, or is it just like just anyone? Like,
It's a safe for work server.
Well, clearly it wasn't.
I mean, like, Jesus, you have,
Right there.
it says right there that
In the
no
rules.
disrespect, but just because you could say it's completely non-sexual doesn't mean it's completely non-sexual. Like, it's hun, like okay, if I named a chat SFW Jerry's chat and then all we did was have furry sex, does that mean it's SFW? No.
There was none of that.
There wasn't, but like that was an extreme example. People are talking about creamy thighs in the general chat. Okay,
And
this is
the fact that's still there.
the fact that that's still there after like. You realize that like this isn't SFW.
I think there's more. I actually, I'm going to make this bold claim. I think there's more mentions of sex in your safe for work server than my not safe for work server.
Wait, you have a not safe for work server?
I'm talking like my regular server, but technically it's NSFW.
It is?
Yeah,
right.
well, just because I don't want kids in there.
Well, no, that's 18 plus, not SFW. Those are separate.
Same thing. Who cares?
Eh.
Like, how about this? We'll do an experiment real quick. Babe, type in the word sex and see how many results come up.
You do understand though that like this is like I make jokes about this shit happening. Like this is like what I use is like this is the what I don't think you understand truly how bad this is. Like,
So when Rose does it, that's just how kids act.
that
It's,
oh my
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's like, look, do you at least understand the sexual undertones about talking about thighs, ass, sex? Like, you understand how that is inherently sexual, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand that talking about stuff that is inherently sexual between adults and children, I mean, it is. I'm sure it is like it's at least borderline federal. Like people lose their entire careers and lives over stuff that's just as bad as this. I mean, like
let me. I want to see. Wait. Let me look up how many times the word ass has been said in my server. Uh,
so you're okay with sexual things being talked about with children.
No.
So then why are you allowing it to happen? Because I get it's your server, you're not saying it. Honey, you have the mod tools. You can right click, warn people, ban people, kick people. You can write mod warns. I've had to warn people in Wolf server for the exact. We banned a guy for doing stuff that was like not even close to this bad, and that was after the server was 18 plus. Like, so you understand that exposing sexual stuff to children's bad. That's what your server is doing.
oh, lab got rehacked.
Because like, I think
That was not an environment perpetrated by me.
But you're not moderating it.
like
So
okay,
it
listen.
is an environment that is allowed. If you don't,
I don't
if you
endorse
don't,
that shit.
but
I
if you're not
understand.
actively
Okay,
taking
listen.
steps to prevent it in your server, you're not like not preventing it.
Think about this, right? If there's a police officer standing next to you, right, and you get robbed, is it that police officer's fault that you got robbed? No. But if he just stands there and watches and allows you to get robbed and patted down, at that point it becomes his fault for not doing his job and responsibility as a police officer. So you, in owning the server, accept the responsibility
That
of
sulfur hexafluoride person was banned. That Viola the Rosa person was banned.
The messages are still there. Yeah.
and this still happened. Even if it didn't happen, like the fact that this is the community is such that is a possibility is like
Not inherently sexual.
It's sexual. It's kind of sexual. Let's be fair here.
What?
Femboy's pretty sexual.
Listen, okay, you know what? Let me Google femboy.
Let me type in femboy. Let's see what comes up. Femboy. Let's just type in the word femboy and go to images. What happens?
That's about fucking gender expression.
Okay, femboy.
I'm seeing ass.
It's all. I get that it is about gender expression. All right. It is all porn reference. That is all this is. It's either softcore porn or porn reference. And
I can't stop fucking femboys from being mentioned. It's the fucking furry fandom.
You can. It's your server. Moderate it. Let me ask you. This is one of the results I got from femboy. Is that sexual to you at all? I want to hear your. Like, is that
I'd say-
sexual in any regard?
in my professional opinion,
'Cause me personally, if it's sexual at all, it shouldn't be allowed.
I just gotta say completely non-sexual. No.
Okay, how about this? These are more results for femboy. Let's look at these. More results for femboy.
Like,
These are the top results, by the way.
I disagree with that. Like, I understand your point. Femboys are sexual, sure, but like,
they are. Yeah, exactly. It's like furries aren't inherently sexual, but that's what happens, you know. It is, and I understand your point. It wasn't you directly, but you are allowing this. Like, you're not looking at this saying, okay, I need to change my server so that people like this aren't like existing. Yeah. You see, like, how long has your server existed?
Let me go over there real quick.
Since about 5 months.
5 months. So, like,
in 5 months, no one has come in and been like, what is this? Why is this going on in your server? Has that happened?
No.
I don't know. And like, no one's gone on like Twitter and messaged you about, like, I'm gonna be honest. If I saw this when I joined a server, like, if like I'm just saying, like this is on some like next level stuff. Is like Christ. Like,
I wasn't complicit in any of this. I didn't.
okay. Let's just say the join, because there are some things that I would like to know. Okay, so first you join, complete. You have 4 rules. Your third rule is keep it SFW. Like the why are they all like non-accounts? Like why are there so many? Like, I'm just scrolling up. Maybe it's just recent chat, but like your general role is plebeians, and then in like things gay. Sexuality is like, I get it's not a sexual thing, But the fact that that is the basis of your general role. Uh,
It wasn't a job. I've like, I'm not looking at the Discord server all the time. That's why I got a mod team.
okay. Listen, I'd just like to point out, right? There was someone, right, that made an offensive joke on Wolfgang server. It really wasn't offensive, right? But someone that was previously a mod in your server saw that message, and in another server banned them for this non-offensive joke in an unrelated server. So it's not that the mods are like inactive. It's not that they're like passive. It's not like they're not aware of this. It's that they see this and they don't have a problem with this. So I ask you, like, in this action, do you understand what is wrong with this happening? Not in a I'm calling you out, but just in the action. Do you understand how the action of this happening in your server is just beyond wrong? Do you understand that? Because, like, I'm not trying to cancel you or nothing. I'm just asking you as a person if you as a person understand it.
Yes, I do.
That is great. Why didn't you take any action against this previously? When it was happening? Or
because I wasn't, because these were happening in conversations that I wasn't in, and I wasn't scouring the chats for it.
And like and this goes for your mods, because you personally elected these mods. These are people that are your friends, that are your close people, that you trust enough to make a moderator in your server. None of them saw this either?
Don't know.
Because, like, if I was you... And frankly, you literally just looked it up. That's the reason we're aware of it, because you personally looked up and saw messages like this and didn't like you do you see my point? Is like you saw a message like this that was inherently sexual and disgusting for a child to be making, right? And you're like, this is disgusting. Why would a child say this? This is completely NSFW and unacceptable. But they're saying this in a server full of children. Right. And like that's how you made us aware of this. I'm sure we would have found this either way. I mean, but my God, this is not a good look for you.
Thanks. All right, I gotta go. All right, Lola smells better than him. She was looking at the phone the whole time I was talking. Yeah. Later.
See ya. For you. Like, I hate to use this terminology, but the fact that you have a non-age-gated chat that, like, just reading through the chat, there is just very obvious sexual tension is disgusting and very disturbing. It's like, oh my God. And I wouldn't. That is honestly just going to make it look so much worse. I mean,
There's even some person posting the
I had to make Mother's Day plans.
So which dog is less stinky again?
All right. So what happened while I was gone? Did anything?
I mean, why is Keemstar here? What the
Keemstar's
hell?
in the call right now.
Yes, oh my god. No, I'm
Gosh.
just literally joking.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? I wish Keemstar would join this call. It'd be a lot funnier.
Jesus. Like,
There's that. I'm not looking. I'm just thinking about this shit. It's like. I mean, the best thing. Look, the best thing you can do is be honest, right? And
Yes,
listen,
okay.
people
I'm
will
fucking
inherently
I'm
forgive
fucking
you.
irresponsible, okay? I'm fucking fucking take this on the record of me saying that I shouldn't be a Discord server owner and I should be a fucking I'm irresponsible. I don't know how to fucking moderate a Discord server. I pretended like I could have. I pretended like I could have tried, and I tried so hard to make it work, but it just things kept slipping through the cracks.
I mean, the issue is.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it took Fear like 5 minutes to find it. If I type in boobies, I'm probably gonna get 50 results. I can't get in the server. I was banned before, so I can't get back in.
I just looked up cock and there's 20 results. And it's all sexual.
Jerry, you know what I just realized?
What?
You're Pico, Fear is girlfriend, and I'm boyfriend.
What?
Brendan, I found Canada friends.
So I'm retarded. Anyway, I'm just blown away. Very, especially with the statements of your mod team. Like
Hey,
apparently.
can I ask you something real quick, Lego? This is I got two things to ask you. First of all, why did you like double self promote on that tweet?
What?
Oh,
It's just like I'm being genuine. If you go to anyone in the fandom and you show them this, and they're just like okay, and they're not actively like against and disgusted and actively like taking actions against it, there's a very questionable person. The fact that your entire mod team and every adult in that server is complicit in this, like there's no way no one saw any of this and was just like, oh, that's okay. Anyone that is like actively engaging in this server that is over the age of 18, I would very, very much be concerned about just their presence within this fandom and the presence online as a matter of fact. The fact that people saw these comments in a non-age gated furry server and just didn't do anything about it is frankly disgusting. And I don't think.
yeah. I need the context on this tweet, please. I don't know what this is, and I need that context.
I was talking about the people who go up to people in like a fucking Walmart. And this. I think that if
Yeah, that's like kind of what I mean, I kind of do this. I kind of catch those people.
I was referring to the fucking spectacle of content.
Like,
It's
get
very
that. Oh, yo. I really think you should assess the people you're around, because I think the fact that, like, not only are you allowing this, not only is everyone you're around allowing this, I know for a fact no one's calling you out on this. And the fact that, like, this is yours, like, I understand your point, this wasn't me. This is your server. You have full control to do anything. Like, yeah, like the bare minimum. Like, let's just assume that you saw, like, only like 1/10 of the shit that we just looked at, right? Like 1/10. You like ignorance is not an answer here, hun. Like you're too active in the chat. Like you're not ignorant of this. Like again, just be truthful. Just be honest.
I didn't think that it was this bad.
You didn't think that. So do you mean you didn't think that children being exposed to this is bad?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that the history of this goes so far back.
How?
When I did see it, those people got banned.
Like if everyone you saw got banned, like how? Like, how do you let's say they did get banned. Let's say you banned every single person you saw do this. How did you not talk with your mod team about how they weren't doing it? Or like, how is it like the second you saw it? I mean, this is like
Because they must have not seen it either. They were not a very good mod team.
okay, this is like your friend. So this reminds me of Earl Doob and his server. It's like when I went in there, I had to check everyone, right? But but you're all like you have 1,000 messages. Clearly, you're active in the server. Clearly, you're seeing this. Like, just be on. Like, you're very clearly you keep getting called out in lies. I think you just gotta just like everything you say in defense of yourself is very unbelievable. It's very difficult to believe. One second, fellows.
I admit that the server is not well kept, not well moderated, and frankly shouldn't this.
Well,
I didn't allow things to happen.
How are there 1,000 messages from you in the last 6 months in this server, and you just didn't see any of this, and this just wasn't... You see how that's hard to believe? It's just very difficult to believe this.
It's either I wasn't looking at it, or someone on the mod team just... I don't know. I don't know how this happened.
I don't... No, wait. I just like to point out,
I
clearly...
didn't consciously allow this shit to happen.
No, I'd like to point out, you just brought up the fact in defense of yourself that, oh, this person was saying very adult things that are inappropriate for a child to say.
A person who got
knew
banned.
that. Yeah, yes, a person that got banned who was in that server for months doing this stuff.
Because I was...
Look, just be genuine with us.
I am being genuine. I didn't... About Rose, I knew that was happening and I was scared of her. I'm scared of fucking everything right now.
I get that, but I mean, you gotta understand this is I believe this is a federal offense. Like,
Let me see.
like that is.
It's not there.
It
gone.
was. I mean, apparently your friend was sent pictures that would fit that description, and that was a point used that you were about to use to defend yourself. Is
Hello, can y'all hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I was gonna say if you can't moderate your server because you're scared of the people in it, then you shouldn't own a server.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do is just be honest. Like, it's very clear. Like, I don't know if you're intentionally, but you're very clear. You are lying right now. Like
I'm lying about what?
just what you're saying is just, it can't be true. Like,
Not lying.
That's another lie.
so you admitted that you saw it with this person. So you saw that situation, but you saw none of the other ones. Like you see how that's like, the one you saw is the one you have a reason for why you didn't act, but all the other ones, the reason that you didn't act was because you didn't see them.
I gotta reinstall New Vegas. God damn it.
Like, you can understand how that doesn't sound very true. I mean, just by, like, we're on your side here. We want to help you, but it's so difficult.
I'm a very out of sight, out of mind type of person.
So you just didn't see it, so you just...
That's willful ignorance,
I did not see the things that you were referring to. Those messages that you're like listing, screenshotting, those are foreign to me.
like,
I didn't see them. Otherwise, of course I would have fucking removed them.
you wait. I'd just like to point out, you literally just said you're an out of sight, out of mind. That term is used to represent I'm ignoring this happening so that I am not held liable for what happened. That's what it's used for. That's literally like I work in an industry that works under that because I'm an independent contractor, and that's literally what people say when I'm like, hey, can I do this? Out of sight, out of mind, whatever. It's like literally what they tell you when they're saying, I don't care, but I'm not going to acknowledge that you're doing that. Because if I did, then I would be held liable, socially or otherwise.
I'm claiming ignorance and I'm claiming irresponsibility on here. Okay? But I was not maliciously setting this community up in that way.
So this is the first you're hearing of this?
Of someone digging it into it this extensively, yes. Nobody has come to me about this.
This type of stuff going on in your server. You haven't heard of this before.
Of this degree, no. I've never.
To what degree have you heard this? Was like someone talking about like
yeah, when an NSFW topic was brought up, that's when I would hear about it, and then it would be promptly dealt with.
So your mod team is valid. So when you hear about something, it's promptly dealt with, or is
when I hear about it, not my mod team. I don't know how all of those other things happened.
So you have to check your. So you come in your server.
Team sucks. What I'm hearing.
So what I'm hearing
that's what I'm getting. Is that
I have to come in my server and I have to keep people safe from that. Like
all I'm hearing is when you hear about it. Like the mod team was terrible.
Like this is the
if that's what it comes down to, then yes, they didn't fucking moderate.
But it's still your responsibility to and the mods.
So has there ever been a situation where someone has been like groomed in your server that you've been made aware of? Like
no.
Okay. Because I can't see like nothing sexual coming of these topics. Like these children are saying this and just nobody took it any further. Like it was just sexual talk in your server, like very, people talking about like I want to suck cock /JK, and then it didn't go anywhere. Like there was
there's no excusing it.
I yes, obviously, like
there isn't. Yeah,
it's like
that's why I'm claiming the fault here of being irresponsible and ignorant. I am ignorant in the ways of moderating a server.
That is completely true. That doesn't make you any more innocent of the actions because you are it is.
I was not willfully ignorant. I did not willfully go out of my way to make sure that this. I did not set any of this in motion.
Yes, I agree. What is the term that they use in the legal system to mean like? What is it? It's like you're a drunk driver and you hit someone and they charge you for murder, even though you didn't murder them. What is it called?
Manslaughter.
Involuntary manslaughter.
No, there's a different term that's used when you're doing something so inherently dangerous that because that thing happened, you can be charged for intending.
Gross negligence?
Gross negligence, exactly. This is like gross negligence on your part. Like, in my mind, even if you were completely unaware of this, the amount of time this has happened and how frequently this has happened, apparently, and just the volume of it is like it's almost like you had to have been trying to not see it. For example, keeping it out of your sight. So
there's over 500 messages with the word ass alone. You gotta try hard to not see that. I can't see the server.
I'm just I'm just saying, it's like,
If that's in general,
and I can see your point. Oh, I didn't see it, but it's like you're telling me you never looked in your server and were like seeing these topics. And when you did see them, it was swiftly dealt with. It is like,
I would have trusted that my mod team wouldn't have allowed this.
but you've seen repeatedly, according to you, that your mod team is inept. So did you know your mod team was inept or not?
It was something that I constantly had to try to wrangle. Because there were always
So
me having staff meetings and me talking about and setting rules for them as well, and making sure that
if you have to do that constantly, you should have gotten rid of them and gotten new mods. That's just not what it comes down to.
it's like, I'm sorry, but just even if you took steps, honey, this has been going on like until like this hasn't stopped. This is like a ongoing thing. It's like if I was like, okay, listen, I know you've been robbed 5 times this week. Look, we're doing really hard work and we're gonna make sure you stay safe. But like you keep getting robbed and nothing changes. It's like I understand you can say, and maybe even if you prove that you were doing all of these staff meetings, but the fact that nothing changed is like it doesn't matter what you did. The outcome is nothing changed.
I have Oreos.
Like, but you see, because the problem still persists. Like, nothing you've done, and I understand you're trying to be like a great owner, but it's like, so you are aware of these problems. So you're having these staff meetings because you're aware of these problems, or are you unaware of the problem?
I was having these staff meetings due to unrelated trauma issues that were happening.
So, didn't you say you were reprimanding them for this?
I was reprimanding them for not moderating correctly, yes.
So,
Okay.
so fucking confused. My brain is I don't even fucking know anymore. Trying to play New Vegas right now, but my game has to fucking reinstall.
Like, okay. So, it's correct that Shreds was one of your mods, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me explain the situation because I'm pretty sure it actually was in your server. Wolfgang got banned from your server because a moderator saw a random member of Wolfgang's server make a joke about Bluefulf, right? So they ban Wolfgang from your server because of a single message that was sent by a random person in a completely unrelated server. And you're telling me that a mod team that can spot one message in an unrelated server that has like no public affiliations with your server, they see one message that wasn't even by the person you're banning, and because that's
I
in their
also said
server,
not to do that again.
he
immediately after.
directly told them to not do that and stopped and actually warned the person. And they get banned for that. But this mod team, you had never had issues of them like not being aware of these messages. Like you were so this
What I'm
mod team.
hearing is Shreds the Wolf is better at moderating my server than yours. That's what
Yeah. Like legitimately.
So full of jokes, that's crossing a line, but porn,
Actually exposing porn to minors. And it wasn't even like an offensive
the
joke
Hazbin Patel
either.
episode, that's fine.
Like I'm sorry, but it's just like the amount of like let me pull up the screenshots because like they're not
Literally someone's like, oh shit's gonna hit the fan. That was literally it.
Yeah. Like I'm sorry, let me pull up the screenshots because the fact that this is like your mod team can do this. Your mod team can figure this out. And like they were banned, all the actions were taken.
but your mod team doesn't care that this is going. Like, you're telling me they can see that, but they can't see this. Like,
I'm not them. I can't.
but that was in the mod
Staff,
chat.
they're the people you put in charge.
Yeah, firstly, you're not them.
And
I
I'm not
understand.
good at being in charge.
We shouldn't have a Discord server, I can tell you.
We get that 100%, but it's like
That's just straight out. You shouldn't have had a Discord server.
it's like like uh, and I just say it's not like an advanced skill to stop pedophilia. That's not like an advanced level. That's not like a training you have to go to. How to not have like pedophilic shit go on in your community. I mean, it's the law, and secondly, it should be common sense. It should be something that it shouldn't be something that you have to do. It should be something that you in yourself believe you need to do. Because inherently, like, you need to do it. It's not like a task, it's not a skill, it's not a responsibility. It is like the bare minimum. Is like I can understand your point that I'm not a good owner, but it's like you've shown that you're active in your community. 1,000 messages. Clearly, you must have heard or seen some of this. There's no way you're that ignorant. And there's no way that you just saw like I just can't believe that. There's no way. And like I just you see how bad this is.
All this conversation has accomplished is make me think your mod team is also just terrible.
I'd go beyond terrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, legitimately, I now think like people like Shreds and Eggnog are now also very irresponsible.
Yeah, like at this point,
if what you said about Eggnog or something about the Rose stuff, about him potentially having Rose's nudes, Eggnog might potentially be a danger. So that's all you've.
I'm sorry, everyone that is active in your server or in any way like acknowledging, dude, they are like that. You realize that your server is such a bad place that being in that can now be used as a point to suspect people of pedophilia. Just being aware and active in your server now makes anyone that is in that server and aware of what goes on that server a potential like risk. That is beyond bad. And like it's not any better, but it's one thing if it's like your mod team or like some private people, grooming people that just happens to take place. This is in your server. It's not private. God knows what goes on behind closed doors because of what people see and talk about in your server. Like nobody has brought this up. Nobody has seen this as a problem. I can't. Like, no one is like yeah, like I'd be more surprised if nobody has. Yeah, I'd be more surprised if that hadn't happened.
We like Fortnite.
Jesus.
Because, like, frankly, just looking at the facts, like, it's just like, dude, I know a person that is a very hands-off owner. Like, bro has a server with like 800 people and has never banned a single person. Even he manages to not have people being groomed in his server. Like, even that dude who literally just shows up in his server, says Lamau, and goes away, manages to somehow have not only have a mod team that moderates, but himself, like, actually keeping people safe. Like, the fact that your community, the community itself, doesn't self-moderate around this is very questionable. And, like, you realize that like this is going to be used as a point against like a lot of people because of what has been shown. Like, basically anyone that is on your mod team, anyone that is over the age of 18, that is like any sort of like position of relevance, yeah, any sort of active, like, now if like then this is an active point against them. Like, I think that, like, I think you need to act honestly and need to be truthful to your genuine morals. Because the way I see you, and this is just, in my view, how it is, you don't care about any of this. You yourself don't. What you care about is you don't want to be called out on Twitter. You don't want people to be upset at you. You don't want people calling you bad things. You don't want people calling you out, right? And no one wants that, right? But the problem is that the stuff that people are calling you out for is completely valid. And it's not exactly, you want to hide from the call outs, not because you care about what they're calling you out for, but because you don't want to be called out. You're afraid of pain, not of being in danger. It's kind of like that. It's like you're not afraid of the actual things that you claim to be afraid of. You just want people to like you. And I've seen that with a lot of people that you surround yourself with, including yourself. I'm not excluding you from this, but basically everyone I've seen, and even I'm aware of from your server, is in a way like this, that they don't care about what they say. They virtue signal. For example, you might call someone out for something, not because you care about the thing, but because you know that it's something that's going to make them look bad. But you don't care that it's bad. You just care that it can get you views or that it can get you whatever. And I really think you need to assess your own morals and genuinely change the way you view. And I think the best thing you can do is just be honest. Just be honest in your actions. Because I frankly think, like, if you try to hide this, it is going to, I mean, you just be honest. Don't try to delete anything. Just be open about it. Don't try to lie about what you feel. And, I'd even encourage, like, maybe, because, like, the thing is, right, we're not going to report this at all. We'd never do that. But if somebody sees this, and, like, you haven't already, like, I personally think one thing you might even consider doing, and I'm not trying to push you into this, but just maybe publicly admitting the things you've done. And if you get ahead of it, I'm sure people would understand. Like, that's something that, like, I've seen, and, the furry community is very accepting. It's just when there's dishonesty, people won't trust you. So I really think that if you're going to be genuine and you want to turn a leaf, you should just admit what has gone on in your server and all of this. And I think that would be a net positive. But again, we don't want to cause you trouble. We're not going to go anywhere with this. But
again, it's your choice. I'm just saying that's what I would personally do. What do you think?
I think that me being on the internet was a mistake.
No, that's not the. I mean, the issue. Listen, let me explain. Everyone in the call is on.
Everything that I've done fucking wrong. I don't know how to run a Discord server. I have a mod team that doesn't do anything. Things went over my head that I shouldn't have let over my head.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of suicide baited earlier, entirely.
You did, and
if I wind up dead tomorrow, you know why.
That is still a very strong possibility.
Okay. Yeah, why? I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That. What the fuck? That's incredible.
Oh, it's not your fault.
It's
because this was a foregone conclusion. It's all my fault.
It is. So rather than go,
it is exactly.
Tomorrow, just fucking own up to it.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. Like you need.
I'm probably gonna be dead tomorrow, guys. Oh, no. Fuck yeah, you fucked up. No sympathy. What the fuck? We're supposed to just randomly feel sorry now?
I would clarify, like genuinely, I think that you need to seek help. Because at the end of the day, the issue isn't like, look, everyone here is on the internet. Everyone here either has had or currently has a server. And like dude, you know how many hundreds of thousands of people have servers and are active and have communities? So many. But the reason that this specific instance is bad is not because you're on the internet. It's not because of you. It's because that you have this thing where you think that it's okay to do this. How? The fact that you've shown this, and this isn't something you can disagree, you don't care about what you did. You care that you're getting called out. And at the end of the day, that's the reason you keep getting called out, is because you don't actually care about what you've done. It's that you care. You're trying to just just not be accountable for your actions because you don't care about your actions. You don't feel bad for that. You feel bad because people don't like your actions. And like that's the crux of the issue. Frankly,
all right. Here's my real question: is the road stuff true or not?
Genuine. And listen, we're not gonna just be honest with us right now. Just say yes or no if it's true or not. We're not gonna go anywhere. And again, listen, we don't want to cause you anything.
No,
just be honest. Just
everyone, shut up, everyone. Is it true or not?
It's true that I ERP'd with her.
Did you think they were 16 at the time?
I swear on everything that I am. No, I did not. I'm not fucking lying.
We've been here for like 2 hours, and I've seen nothing to disprove that.
How many times before have you been this ignorant? Like how many times before have you had like a whoopsie daisy? Like, oops, I accidentally didn't do. Like, you've had this happen before. This is not the first time you have accidentally done stuff with a minor.
Like, have you not learned that if I'm going to have a inherently like just a sexual interaction with someone, I should make sure that this is not going to be a felony. Like you every time before it was just a mistake. Let's assume that. So you've had all these mistakes, all these chances to fix your shit, and you're just like, shit. I guess. Like, what can you show us that will show us in any way you're going to change? That in any way this isn't going to happen in another 6 months.
What can I show you?
Like, because you've repeatedly had situations, maybe to a lesser extent than this, right? You've been called out for stuff, maybe to a lesser extent. You posted something suggestive on Twitter, get called out for it. You're really sorry. You're apologetic. It was a big mistake. If it was a mistake, why didn't you learn from that mistake? And why didn't you maybe? Exactly. I mean, like,
We like. See, you complain about Poppy first, but you're doing exactly what they do. You know that, right? Am I wrong here? You're.
well, I would say, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can go in like Benji's server. I'm not going to see kids getting groomed.
You're like,
To be
Poppy
fair.
Furs, I can go in any fucking server I'm in right now, and I'm sure I won't see that. And that's why it's like, you complain about Poppy first. You literally said, let's rebuild the fandom. Let's burn it all down, rebuild it. You're doing exactly what they do. How are you any different? We need a better phrase than "woman up." We gotta come up like we gotta come up with a better phrase.
Woman up, starts fucking cooking dinner. Okay, listen. Here's the problem, and here's the reason that we can't really like, because like, look, you will, and this is because I've dealt with a lot of people that show a lot of traits just like you right now, right? You will say anything to stop being called out, anything. So your words mean nothing. What we need to see is action, right? And admittedly, you're in action and evidence. So, like, if you actually
understood how bad this was, you'd make certain actions. We're not going to tell you what to do because then you're just going to do it, and then 3 months later, you're going to do the same thing again. So that's why, like I'm sure right now, if I told you to do anything, and that that would be how you'd get out. If I you'd just do it, right?
I'm sure
But
right now
not
you're
gonna-
thinking of just ways to get out of this.
Yeah, exactly. You're not thinking about
No,
the actual problem.
Close. I'm
So
thinking of ways to off myself.
Jesus fucking Christ. Call a hotline.
like genuinely, like you realize that saying that is legally speaking is enough to have you hospitalized, right? That's not something you can say.
Also, to the internet police, it's an admission of guilt.
Like if you're because we're genuinely like
No.
okay. So why
It's
then
just
you say you're
it's
going
just a
to?
constant feed of background thoughts that underlines my entire existence.
Because I'm just gonna be real. Like you saying that, like I understand. Like the reason you're saying that is you want pity, right?
No, the reason I'm saying that is that I think my time has come, but not that.
Like genuinely, like is if you say that, people have to morally act. But I've just seen you because here's the thing, and normally, and I can like if you're being genuine right now, we can get you help. If that's what you need, just tell us right now and we'll get that, okay? But like you've repeatedly stated this, when you get called out because of your actions, when you get pressed on actions, you state that, and it gets people very worried about you.
Oh no, those feelings don't go away. Whether or not whether or not I'm in trouble or not, I usually feel the same.
I get that, but it's just that is when it comes out. That's when we hear it. So outwardly looking, it seems very manipulative looking from the outside in.
There's nothing to manipulate anymore.
We can't.
I
Yeah,
have no plans. I have to call my grandma. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm going to call my grandma.
that is a great decision. Really, but just don't.
Rose told me to kill myself. She's told me many times, actually.
Why are you still talking to them? Like this is the difficulty, right? And like you gotta understand, you are allowing this to happen. So on one hand, we completely feel for you and sympathize, but on the other hand, you are like, it's like you're actively allowing this to happen, and then when something happens where you're getting called out for your actions, that's when it's like a problem to you. That's what it looks like. It's like you're still talking to Rose, I assume, because they're still telling you these things.
No, this was back when I first banned her from the server and told me to kill myself, and then our Discord DMs got leaked, and she told me to kill myself again. Now I'm having other people.
But it's like, you know how many times people tell me to kill myself? Like, I'm pretty sure I could join a game right now and have someone tell me to kill myself. Like the fact that like that happened, which is terrible. It should, it's not something that should happen. But it's like now it's something that's emotionally affecting you, and you allow it to affect you. So it's you're allowing this. It's something you're allowing. At least that's how it looks and seems.
The only thing I allow is my own misery.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like you are allowing yourself to be miserable, and then when people call you out, then it's their fault because you're allowing yourself to be miserable, and then like it's not none of this. These issues are because of the people calling you out. It's you.
Yeah, the problem is me.
But
How
like the
should I
problem
be
is
here?
that you're pandering to other people. You're not trying to work on yourself. You're trying to work to be loved by other people, to be cared about by other people. So like that's the problem here is you're not acting because of your own morals. You're acting because of what you think other people feel. And
You're
that
awfully perceptive.
I am awfully perspective because it's what happened. It's very obvious. I mean, I'm just saying is like what you need to do is firstly, if you're genuinely having suicidal thoughts, you need to like tell someone that's close to you, tell your family. Don't allow people to be groomed in your server because you're depressed. So like just because you feel like shit doesn't mean that like in any way that defends you. Just because you're being willfully ignorant doesn't mean you're in any way more correct. Because you're allowing yourself to be ignorant.
I build things up, they get knocked down, I leave them behind. That's what happens. And I lose more, and I lose more, and I have less, and I have less, and less reasons to keep going.
I
used to have a life. I used to have prospects. I used to have something.
You realize that you can genuinely like if you just stop this pandering shit, and then you stopped just allowing yourself to be depressed and willfully like ruining your mental health, you'd be happy, right? If you stopped caring about how other people think and you started just being honest, and then you actually took criticism from other people, not as how can I get away from being criticized, but as these people are calling me out because I'm doing something stupid, how can I not do that stupid thing? Dude, people like look at Dander. I'm pretty sure, didn't he do a turnaround? Is he still on the up and up fire? Look at fucking Dander. Dander doxed everyone under the sun that didn't like him, striked so many videos, and now people are chill with him, and he's a cool dude because he's just like, well, shit, I can not be a scumbag. I can work on myself, and these people calling me out aren't just trying to ruin my mental. They're actually trying to like call me out because I'm doing something bad and terrible. If Dander can be a respectable person, so can you. You got to like you just gotta stop I don't know how, but like with this shit where you're just afraid of being called out and you're not like actually caring about the morals that you're trying to pander toward, you just gotta stop that. Jesus.
There's no denying that I am a fundamentally broken person who probably and broken
Stop.
people fuck up, and broken people deserve what's coming to them.
I mean, if you, the fact is you might not be honest to us, whatever. You're gonna be honest to yourself, and it'd be a lot easier to be honest to yourself if what you were doing was morally okay. And at the end of the day, you got to understand. You just don't. Is it really that hard to just not allow pedophiles in your community, or people that are making comments like that around kids and not allow kids to make those comments? Jesus.
No, I'm just thinking aloud.
I get that, but like at the same time, how do you not like?
No, I I fucked up. It doesn't matter anymore. What I say, what I do.
All right, look. Here's the thing. Yeah.
No, I have not. No, I have not, and the only thing I can show for that is just...
Yeah, like... Jeez. Look, at the end of the day, you're trying to be honest. Just be honest. It's like...
Because just as I'm ignorant with a lot of things, I was ignorant about her. And I wasn't responsible.
And all the logic you've used, all the claims you've used to try to be like, I'm innocent, why would this... Dude, it all is either very flawed logic or there's no evidence behind someone being like the amount of 16-year-olds that are over sexualized in this community is like that is what they are. Like it or not, that's how it is. Like you're attempting to be like, oh, but why would a kid be sexual? How long have you been a furry? It's like there's no way that like maybe that's what you believe. I'm telling you that's wrong. No one's gonna believe that. No one. And like at the end of the day, is the story really, really? You're not helping yourself at all. You have any evidence, anything? We'd love to see it, but like you haven't shown us anything. And your story has changed genuinely like 3 different times.
How?
Well, first the NSFW channel was an NSFW channel. Then it was that was the original. It was asked to be created by the child. Okay. Then it turned out it was the mod channel that was made NSFW, and then she asked for the mod channel to be made NSFW. Like, can you at least acknowledge that you were being dishonest? Because, like, I mean, your story changed, like, 3 times about that. Like, here's the thing. You wouldn't have to think this long about your response if you were being honest.
Because my brain's shutting down. I'm killing myself.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking awful.